Hello, Steve Nugent here from Frontier Ag and Turf. I want to talk to you today a little bit about remote display access and wireless data transfer. These are two new remote technologies coming out from John Deere, which are designed to help our customers have more uptime and be more efficient with their AMS products while they're in the field. Both of these services run through myjohndeere.com. You may have heard of that from your salesman lately. myjohndeere.com is a new web-based portal for all of your John Deere needs for telematics and agronomic information. So to get into remote display access, which is what we'll start with, we're going to go to the Operations Center under myjohndeere.com. When you go into Operations Center, it's going to ask you which organization you'd like to support. So as a customer, you would click on your own name. For the dealership here, I'll be clicking on our dealership name, obviously. When you get your home page loaded up here on myjohndeere.com, we have maps, we have reports, and then we have 3 dot options here with many more options underneath it. My files, my organization, your terminals. In here, your individual machines will be listed underneath your profile. The first thing we want to do remote display access is find the machine that we want to set up a remote display access session with. Now, for an individual farmer, customer, they would only in this list have the machines in which they have in their terminal. Now, since our dealership, we're monitoring all of our equipment, we have all of the machines in there for ourselves. I'm going to type in the serial number of the one I know that I have remote display access for. When I highlight over the information button, it tells me what things are capable on this machine. I can locate the machine with the map function. I can set up a remote display access session, and I can also send files. Send files using the wireless data transfer feature, which we'll get into here in a few minutes. But the first thing I want to do is remote display access. When I click on this, the customer will then get a message on their GS32630 letting them know that somebody is asking permission to view their screen. Now in my case, it would say Steve Nugent from Frontier Ag and Turf would like to have a remote display access session with you. If it's a hired man running the machine and the farmer himself is at his office, he will be running it through his account, and when the hired man is in the machine, that customer's name will pop up on the 2630, so he'll know who is trying to access the screen. When it comes to remote display access, there is no control from this side of things. All we can do is see the display and see what the customer is seeing. This is designed to prevent downtime in the field, try to get over simple problems quickly, and keep our customer up and running. So now I'm going to click on the remote display access icon here, and we will start a remote display access session. So here we are. A customer is having problems with their 2630 display in the cab of their combine, and say it's late at night in the evening or you're a long ways away from the dealership. Remote display access is going to give us the first line of defense in trying to remedy that problem before we'd have to send a technician out to remedy that. So as I click on the remote display access button, we are waiting for the machine response. Now I've got my trusty assistant Josh in the cab of the combine right now, and in a minute here, as you can see, it says waiting for the machine to respond. He is going to get a message on his screen which says Steve Nugent from Frontier Ag and Turf would like to view your display. He would have the option to cancel that if he doesn't want to show me anything. If he presses accept, we will then see a nice exact copy on this screen of what he has on his screen. So we can then give instructions as to how to fix any simple problems that might be taking place. All right, Josh has gotten the message saying that I would like to see his screen. And now as you can see, I'm looking at an exact copy of what's going on in his combine right now. You'll notice that there's a blue box outlining the display. Josh sees that too in the cab, and that lets the operator know that there's a remote session going on. As soon as we cancel our session, that blue box goes away on his display.